There is only one path that Boruto can take right now, and that path is outside the village, as due to the actions that Kawaki has made, their lives have been reversed and Boruto no longer has a village and is nothing but an outsider. But how exactly will Boruto leave the village? Who will train Boruto and where might he go? These are the types of questions that will be answered in today's video. So let's get right into it. Boruto can't stay in the village, and there's multiple reasons why. Kawaki reversed everything and Boruto is now the enemy. Remember, everybody was looking for Kawaki after the scar that he gave to Boruto. So now everybody is now looking for Boruto after the scar that he gave to Kawaki. This is the type of circumstances that is going on right now. Boruto can't stay in the village because he has no one. Everybody is against him. Kawaki, on the other hand, has everybody on his side. But Boruto can't stay in the village. We all have to agree on this. And there has been a lot of foreshadowing put in place for us to notice. First, we have the prophecy of Boruto losing everything. We have Garga, who foreshadowed that Boruto would get his scar from a friend. And we also have the Kagemasa, about talking about a person who helps to protect the village, but nobody truly acknowledges him and nobody truly knows who he is. A bit like Itachi, protecting the village but from the shadows. And we also have a foreshadowing that a lot of people forgot that happened in the Code Arc. Hinata and Naruto were watching a movie, and in that movie we have a person who is leaving the village and we have a female who is telling that guy, no, please don't leave, is this truly the only option? Something like that. I don't remember it exactly word for word because it's been a long time, but it was something similar. So this also foreshadows what will happen. Sarada cannot go with Boruto, and that's basically what they're foreshadowing. They're foreshadowing that Boruto would leave the village, and then Sarada would be the one to come to Boruto and say, please don't leave, no, I don't want you to go away, can I go with you? Something like that, something of the sorts. And we also have, in the first few novels, there was a novel that Kijimoto drew where we have Boruto who is hiding, and we have Sarada who is guiding him to go to a location where he won't be caught. I think this could be foreshadowing how Boruto would leave the village. As everybody would be looking for him, Boruto would have to mask his presence and escape through the village using Sarada's help, because if everybody is to catch him, he will be killed. Boruto has to go on this journey without any friends. This is the whole point of Boruto losing everything. Boruto has to go on this journey alone, maybe with a sensei that he doesn't truly know a lot, like maybe like Kashin Koji or something like that, but he has to go on this journey alone, or it wouldn't really mean that he lost everything. If he has somebody like Sadara and Sumire who go along with him, if he has them on his side, does he truly lose everything since he has people that love him and stuff like that? Obviously, Sadara and Sumire will continue to love Boruto, but they will have to love him from a distance. But there is also a major piece of foreshadowing that we are all missing, and a lot of people have completely forgotten about one of the best chapters to come out, especially when it deals with foreshadowing the future that will come. Momoshiki says in chapter 72 that once Boruto experiences and loses everything, there will come a moment where he will despair. He will want to give up, and when that moment comes, Momoshiki will take over and live as Boruto Uzumaki. We have to remember these words. So to me, I don't think that it is yet over, because Boruto knows everything that is happening right now. Momoshiki explained it to him near the end of the chapter, and he hasn't shown too many signs of him despairing. He hasn't shown, he's basically confused at the moment. Boruto is confused at the moment and doesn't know what is happening. So in the next coming chapters, if things continue to go wrong, if more and more people start to hate Boruto, if Boruto goes and he sees Hima and Hima believes the memories that she has been given and starts to hate Boruto, Boruto will slowly begin to despair, and this is where he might give up on living. But there is one more thing that has to happen. This is a big arc, and this is the climax. We're about to reach the climax of the first part of Boruto, which means that we have to have a moment where somebody dies, and that time will come. And the most likely candidate and the death that would hit the hardest would be a death from Sasuke. And I would think that Boruto would be the one to die, because there could be a situation where we see that Momoshiki is low-key more useful in these circumstances. Momoshiki is a lot stronger, he's faster, and overall he's a better fighter than Boruto. We have seen this over and over again when Momoshiki takes control. So if Boruto is put in a situation where he can't do much of anything, Momoshiki might take control, or Boruto might want to give control to Momoshiki so he can handle the situation, because Boruto doesn't want to die. If Boruto wants to change this situation in the future, he has to survive. So Boruto might have to give his body willingly to Momoshiki so that he can go and fight, since he's just the overall better fighter. But this decision might come to haunt Boruto in the future, as Momoshiki might be able to do some crazy stuff if Momoshiki wasn't showing his true power in the fight versus Sasuke. And we have seen in the anime especially, Kawaki and Momoshiki fighting, it was very close. I cannot really say there was a dominant side, so I could definitely see Momoshiki being able to do something at least better than Boruto could do himself. But while Momoshiki helps Boruto, it will come back to haunt him, as he might go off and kill somebody else who tries to stop him. And if Sasuke's memories are still changed by Ida and Kawaki reversing the situation, and he believes that Boruto is Kawaki and then decides to go deal with Kawaki, who is Boruto, I know this is confusing, but we might see Boruto have to face Sasuke due to everything being reversed. But there's also a different possibility. And there's a possibility that people think that there's something off with Kawaki due to the evidence that has been presented. Maybe people will ask Kawaki, oh yo, how about you do a quick Rasengan, let me see. How about you show me your scar? Oh, the scar isn't there. A lot of people have noticed this. How is Kawaki going to be able to convince everybody that he is truly Boruto? Imagine if he goes off and he has his Dharma. How does Boruto never had the Dharma wheel, Boruto never had that dojutsu, Boruto could use the gentle fist, Boruto could use that. Kawaki's not fighting like Boruto. That is definitely a possibility. But if Boruto is to kill somebody like Sasuke, it will prove to everybody beyond any reasonable doubt that Boruto is the bad guy, and everybody will say nah, Kawaki is the Hokage's son, this and that. And because of what Boruto did by killing someone, it would confirm to everybody that Boruto is the bad guy and Kawaki is the hero of the village, the one who is the Hokage's son. And I don't know who will truly die, but I know one thing, there has to be a death that is coming soon. It will either be Shikamaru, Sasuke, or Konohamaru. Konohamaru could die, nobody would really care. If they want to play it safe, they could go with Konohamaru and maybe Shikamaru. But if they want to really make a death that would be truly impactful and take Naruto and Sasuke out, Sasuke would have to be the one to die. And that would be very tough, I won't even lie. If I see Sasuke die, I might have to shed a little bit of tears, because Sasuke is one of my favorite characters of all time. But I know the one thing that we are missing before the time skip is someone dying, and it has to happen before Boruto leaves and is basically kicked out of the village. This person dying, especially if it's due to Boruto's mistake, will haunt him for the rest of his life. And this is where we see somebody potentially saving Boruto, and that person has to be Kashin Koji. We have to talk about the team, the police team that has disappeared. We have a team, I think it was Nishi's squad, I don't remember the exact name of their squad, but they're not there anymore. Shikamaru has pointed this out a long time ago. At first I thought it was Code, who made some type of secret invasion into the village and nobody truly knew, but we know it's not Code. Code is still in that dimension, farming and building up his army of 10 Tails minions, or whatever you want to call them. So we have the only possible option is Kashin Koji. So there's definitely a possibility that it is Kashin Koji who has kidnap those people, grab some intel from them. We know that Jiraiya, it was his specialty, and Kashin Koji, since he's basically Jiraiya, can come into the village without any problems. As he has said, he feels like he is linked to this village, and it would make sense that he would come and help the potential and only person who can save the village in the future, which is Boruto, and help him out so that he could potentially come and save the village in the future. So I potentially think that when everything goes wrong and Momoshiki takes over this and that, Sasuke potentially helps bring Momoshiki, helps bring Boruto back in control. Boruto wakes up and he sees blood in his hand. We could have Kashin Koji come when everybody is turning on Boruto, when everybody is trying to kill him. We have Kashin Koji come, save Boruto using some reverse summoning seal like he did with Jigen and Ishiki, and go somewhere else. And we have Boruto and Kashin Koji, the star of hope and the star of change, working together. And I think this is a genuine possibility that Kashin Koji is the person who trains Boruto. But now let's listen to the theories that you guys came up with. So let's start off with Jashiki. He says that he thinks that the Dragon will play a big part in everything that will happen. I believe that in the upcoming chapters, Boruto will activate it because he needs it due to everyone being against him. And that's the only time we will see it, because he is in a state of dire need, because he needs it a lot. I think he will escape with the Dragon in a different dimension or far away from the leaf, and I think that Kashin Koji will help Boruto and train him, or help Boruto free Tonori, and they will both train together while Boruto goes rogue because Borushiki may have killed someone, a main side character like Sasuke, Shikamaru, one of those people. With the way that the story is going, I definitely agree with what he is saying. We are starting to see everything we saw in the time skip come to pass. Boruto's scar, Sasuke's headband, and I think the Dragon has to be next. We might see a glimpse of the Dragon before the end of the series, maybe helping Boruto, because we know that the Dragon will be very important. And if Ida's powers, and if Ida's Sharingan and those abilities are that strong, imagine how strong the Dragon might be. The Dragon will truly have to be some type of broken ability, since we see it with the Otsutsuki gods, and I am truly scared with what the abilities the Dragon has, making Boruto an unstoppable threat to anybody who wants to fight him. And when it comes with Tonori being broken free and coming back to life, I definitely think this has to happen. I don't know exactly how it will happen exactly, but I definitely think that Boruto, we have to see Tonori. We have to see Tonori talk to Boruto again, remind him of his prophecy, because if we haven't heard that prophecy for a while, Boruto lost everything. It happened. The first prophecy came to pass. Now we need that prophecy where Boruto, using the Dragon, will come and save this planet from a threat that would be so great. I don't think that threat is Ida. I think there will be another Otsutsuki threat that will come to destroy this planet, and the Dragon will be crucial for Boruto being able to protect it. So the next theory is by Ricardo Bravo. He says, Sasuke starts to notice some cracks in the new truth that they are now supposed to believe. He rushes to defend Boruto from his attackers. Given the fact that a lot of people in the village still find it hard to forgive Sasuke for his past, he is considered a traitor and an accomplice for killing Konoha's Hokage. In this, Kawaki finds the perfect opportunity to avenge Naruto's death and getting rid of Sasuke. Sasuke dies, giving Boruto and Madara enough time to escape the village, leaving Sumire as the only person, aside from the villains, who know the truth. Afterwards, Kashin Koji helps both Boruto and Madara hide from Ida's eye in the stomach of the toad maybe, and train them to master both Karma and the Mangekyou Sharingan. I definitely like this theory a lot, and especially when you bring up that a lot of people haven't forgiven Sasuke for the actions that he made in the past. This was confirmed in a lot of novels, and if Sasuke is to go on Boruto's side, it will just confirm to everybody that he is still a traitor, he is still a bad guy, and this will come to backfire on Sasuke, and everybody will be against him, and Kawaki will come again like the hero, like the savior, and kill Sasuke for the good of the village. Everybody will like him, just confirming that he is truly the Hokage's son. And this is where I'm saying we're definitely going to see a big person die, and Sasuke definitely has a strong chance of dying. I personally think that Boruto will have to go on this mission alone. I don't know exactly where Madara will go, but apart from that, I really like this theory. It's a strong one. The next theory is by Vinsuka. Let me know if I said it wrong. I probably messed up. That's my fault. He talks about his theory. He says, my theory is that the eye technique, or his own unique eye technique, will come to play. I think he's talking about the Dragon, and that the breaking down of his resolve as to what it means to be him, and also that his eye technique always comes in a time of crisis, But since it has been shut off after the ossification of Momoshiki, I think that the Dragon will be more accessible to him since it relies on the situation of desperation. And why I think the Dragon went under the shadow is because Momoshiki coming in to replace it with his Byakugan. He might be jealous of the Dragon, or he potentially fears it, as Boruto is a natural Otsutsuki descendant because he has Hama's DNA from Hinata's side and Hagurama's DNA from Naruto's side. And I also think that he will find his way into the arms of the clone of Jiraiya. He is talking about Kashin Koji, and then learn from him and how to master his potential. And also, if you remember, he has the potential to learn the Snake Sage mode. He also talks about how Boruto has the potential of learning the Snake Sage mode. Momoshiki could potentially be another Kurama of some sort, where Momoshiki and Boruto allied themselves for the good of a purpose, or for them both surviving. So I like the theory. I like what he talks about in the beginning about the Dragon coming in times of desperation. We have seen this happen a lot. The Dragon responds to a need, not a want. When Boruto is in a situation where he needs to see something for him to be able to beat his opponent, the Dragon usually pops in and it helps Boruto. The only part where I don't necessarily agree is when he says that Momoshiki will be the next Kurama. Y'all have to let me know, because I just can't see that happening. Momoshiki is pure evil. I know that they used to say this about Kurama and stuff like that, but there has not been some true foreshadowing saying that Momoshiki would ever switch sides. I personally think that we could see Momoshiki and Boruto work together if it is for a common goal, but once that goal is completed, then they are both on opposite sides. That's what I personally think. And also, he does mention the similarity between Boruto and Itachi, and this is a similarity that I definitely see. Everybody will view Boruto as a threat, as a murderer, as a person who killed the 7th Hokage. But the truth is that no, he did everything for the village, and everything that is happening is not the truth, and the truth has been manipulated on something a bit like Itachi. Boruto will protect the village from the shadows like Itachi did in the past. Boruto wanted this. Boruto wanted to be like Sasuke, and he will come to find out the true mysteries and the true struggles that come off with being the Hokage from the shadows. The next theory is by Jay. He says that if Sasuke is not affected by Ida's memory manipulation, then Sasuke will train Boruto. But if he is affected, we will see Boruto escape and live in the underworld with other rogue ninjas. Now he will have to fight daily so he can protect himself and stay alive, because he definitely wants to come back and protect the village. Then he would gain some immense amount of experience, not only from the fights that he have, but Momoshiki could potentially give him a few pointers on how to use the karma a lot better. He does give his reasoning why he thinks that Momoshiki might help Boruto out a little bit, because he says that Boruto has to remain alive if he wants to take control of his body. So it would make sense that Momoshiki would help Boruto be stronger so that Boruto would stay alive in the future. I definitely think this is a viable theory, and I am very conflicted though, because I do see the potential of Boruto training with Sasuke, but I also see the potential of Boruto training with Kashin Koji, because there was the point that Boruto had 1,000 years of experience from Momoshiki and Kinshiki, so he doesn't have to learn how to use a sword. But what would give Boruto the motivation to grab a sword? Why did Boruto start using a sword all of a sudden? There has to be a person who pushed him, and the only person I can see be that push is Sasuke. So I don't know why exactly he just grabbed the sword out of nowhere. I potentially think that Sasuke will have a large influence on him. Maybe Sasuke dies and hands over his sword, or Sasuke teaches him how to use a sword in the future. You guys have to let me know, because I am conflicted on the possibility right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. The last theory comes from Heatwave 2.0. He says that at this point, the only way to take off the omnipotent Senjutsu will be for Boruto to kill Ida, to deactivate it. Other things could happen, or it could be Borishiki or Kawaki who kills Sasuke, something like that. Something worse could happen in the future. Amada also has a lot of plans that could potentially be unrelated to reviving his daughter. Kawaki is his pawn, and there has been multiple opportunities and occasions where he got really nervous about Kawaki's safety and him being damaged. I don't feel he will go fully rogue. I just think he would be exiled from the village, seen as a major threat. I think that he will be trained by Kashin Koji too. I definitely agree with what he is saying. I think that killing Ida might be the only potential way of them getting rid with this memory manipulation that he has done. Or if the story wants to be very dark, they will make it so it's impossible for the memories to be switched back, which would mean that Boruto, till the end of his life, and even at the end of the story, will still be believed to be a traitor, to be the person who killed the 7th Hokage. And that's definitely a possibility, as Boruto will be the Shadow Hokage in the sense that Sasuke and Itachi have been in the past. And also on the topic of Amato, I definitely think that he is planning something big, but I just don't know what it is. You guys have to let me know, because with Amato, he will just come and surprise you out of nowhere. But what we can all say is that it revolves around Kawaki. But I know that a lot of people hate him right now due to the things that he has done in the past. But is he truly to blame? Watch the video right here to listen to a different perspective on Kawaki's situation.